Hey everybody, I'm Steph with Steph's Door Decor. Today we're going to make a simple burlap wreath with ribbon and floral. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and also hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. Coronavirus has us all indoors a lot more, right, these days. So my creative juices have started flowing, and I thought, why not do some more tutorials for you guys on how to make the deco mesh and burlap wreaths that I have made in the past. I've sold hundreds of these wreaths in my Etsy shop. All of the supplies that I purchased are online, so I'm going to put the links for those down below. All right, so let's start assembling this wreath.
To start with, I have my wreath form and my burlap already assembled, and I just used the poof method of constructing this. And if you would like to see that, then watch this video here. But I go ahead and count how many twist ties I have on this wreath. There are, on the top row, there's 8, and then on the bottom row, I counted there's 10. So that's going to determine how much ribbon I end up cutting. Since there's 18 twist ties, then I need 9 of each color because I'm going to alternate. Here I have my sign, and I'm going to wait to attach that until after the ribbon is all assembled. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start assembling the wreath with my ribbon. I'm going to take the 2.5 inch width ribbon with a strip of 1.5 inch. I'm going to undo the twist tie, pinch the ribbon in the middle, and then just place it right in and secure the twist tie back again. And then I'm just going to pull apart the ribbon to form an X. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my next set of ribbon, which is I'm using 2 more 2.5 inch width ribbon, the blue and the pink. I also am incorporating this smaller 1.5 inch ribbon with that. I normally just use 4 different ribbon, but I loved the bunnies on this burlap ribbon. We're just gonna go ahead and alternate the ribbon on the top ring, alternating the pattern, and we're gonna do that on the top ring and then the lower ring. All of our ribbon is assembled now, and it makes it look so full and pretty. And honestly, this is just adorable, just like this with the ribbon. But we're not going to stop there because there's more to add. So we've got the sign, and that just pulls it all together. So we're going to attach the sign next. To get our sign ready for attaching to the wreath, we're going to go ahead and cut off the string that's attached to the sign. This is how it came, and if I just attached it with that, it wouldn't be very secure. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that right off. And then I'm going to get a staple gun and some chenille stems, and the chenille stems you can get at any craft supply store. Even Amazon carries them. And you're going to just put two staples into each chenille stem on each side of the board, and that's going to allow you to attach it to the wreath really securely. And I'm going to show you how in just a little bit. But for now, this is just getting it all prepped and ready to go. I'm showing you a close-up here of how I attach the sign. So first of all, I center it in the middle of the wreath, and then on each side where I have my twist ties or my chenille stems that I secured with a staple gun, I go ahead and just wrap it around the burlap and then onto the wire on the wreath form. So it's really secure by being attached to the wreath form. Here's how it looks now with the sign attached, and it's coming along. It looks so cute, but we still have more to add. The other items we're going to add to this wreath just to give it a lot more dimension. I picked up this floral pick And this is also from Craft Outlet, which I'm linking down below. But it goes great with the sign. Maybe add in a little bit of purple as well. To get the look I want with my pics, I usually end up taking a bunch of flowers like this and taking it apart. And that way I can manipulate and put the flowers where I want them to be in the wreath instead of all in a bunch like this. And spreading them out is just what I prefer to do. So I'm going to take some wire cutters and just start disassembling this bouquet. I'm going to share with you my little trick for assembling these cut up stems into my wreath. You can see that once I took it apart, what's left over here is pretty flimsy plastic. And so to reinforce it, I'm going to use this 12 gauge wire. And this is something also that I got from craftoutlet.com. And again, I'm linking it down below, but I just put it up against the stem of the flower, measure out a few inches, about 6 inches, and then just kind of fold it over onto itself. So there's two. Put it up against the stem of the flower. And then I'm just going to take my floral tape, and if you've never used floral tape before, it's pretty easy to use and it sticks to itself once you kind of start stretching it out. So just start wrapping it around and it will just stick right onto your metal and it will stick to itself. And that just gives you a little bit extra to work with when you're putting it onto the wreath. Now I'm going to take this pick and also take it apart as I did with the purple flowers. And I like to do this with my floral picks because I like to space out the color in the wreath, and it allows me more control over where I put all of the items and how I balance out the color. So after I take all of these things apart, I end up with about 5 different picks that I got from the one large pick. So I'm going to use the same technique as I did with the purple flowers for reinforcing the stems. The next and final step is to insert the floral picks that we prepared ahead of time. And to do this, you're going to use some hot glue. My glue gun has been heating up, and so it's ready to go. You want to take your stem, and you can't really see it because I'm a little bit off camera here, but you want to take the glue and put it on all sides of the stem, on the front and the back and the sides, and so that when you put it in and you insert it into the Deco mesh, it will grab on to all the different sides, if that makes sense. So you'll go ahead and just put, and by preparing ahead of time your stems in the way that we did, it gives the stem there's lots more for it to grab onto, so it'll really stay in place. And when you're putting your stems around on the outside of the wreath, and I really feel like this step and inserting the stems and the picks gives it so much more dimension and really brings the wreath to life. So you could leave it with just the ribbon, but I love adding some floral to it. I just think it adds so much more color and balance to the wreath. So you want to space your picks evenly throughout the wreath, and again, I'm just inserting it straight into the Deco mesh. And I put that egg pick around the edges like you can see, and now I'm going to do a little bit of the purple to give just a little more pop of color and really finish off this wreath. And here's our finished wreath. Isn't it adorable? It is about 25 inches across, 25 inches top to bottom, and it will completely fill out your front door this Easter. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks for watching.